Welcome to this week's full body yoga practice with me. My name's Jess. Today I'm going to be guiding you through a yoga flow that's going to help improve your strength, flexibility and balance for the whole body. It's going to be a mixed levels flow. I shall be sure to offer options throughout to make sure we can all enjoy the poses. We're going to be starting today's practice in an easy seat. So when you're ready, roll out your mats and I will see you there. Okie dokie, coming down to an easy seat. You can cross at the ankles, you can sit up on a pillow, you can lay one shin on top of the other if you like I have here. Sitting up nice and tall in the spine, just take a moment to get yourself situated, landing in this practice on the mat in this moment. Take a deep breath in and squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears, and as you exhale, roll them down and away. Do 2 more. Inhale, squeeze your shoulders up. 1 more. Nice. Resting the hands wherever is comfortable, on your knees, on your thighs, or in your lap. You can close your eyes here just for a few breaths. Take a moment to deepen your breath. Take a couple of deep breaths here on your own. And let's take 1 big breath in together. Deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh out. Open your eyes if they were closed. Uncross your ankles and bring the soles of your feet together, coming into your Discontinue or butterfly legs. If this is a little uncomfortable for you to be able to fully relax your hips and your knees down, then you can extend the distance between your body and your heels, and this should allow you to be able to sit up a little taller, and it should feel a bit more comfortable. So find your positioning, find what feels good. Grabbing the ankles, you want to press your thumbs onto the inner arches of your ankles, maybe the inner arch of your foot. Maybe you can press in a little bit, give yourself a little foot massage if you like. A little bit of self-care while we're here. Inhale to lift up through the spine. Exhale to lean your torso forward, hinging at the hips. Keep a nice lift in the spine. You can open the elbows wide here and just press them into your thighs. Inhale, we're not forcing anything here. Exhale. Slowly lift the torso back up and release your hands from your ankles and place them behind you, down on the ground, just behind your hips. You can stay on the fingertips or you can come down and place the palms on the ground. Your torso will lean back a bit, that's all good. On your next breath in, we're going to slowly lift the hips, so sending the weight into your hands, lift the hips for your reverse butterfly table. Exhale to lower the hips down. Lift the right knee and close your legs together so that we come into this mermaid shape facing the top of the mat. Place your right hand over your calf and lift the left hand up and over for a nice mermaid stretch. Inhale. Exhale to lean over. Slowly release. Left hand comes down to the mat. And we open back out to our Discontinue butterfly legs. Place both hands on the mat behind your hips and inhale to lift the hips, press them forwards. Exhale to lower the hips and bring the left knee over and close the legs to the right hand side. Left hand grabs left shin and right hand reaches up and over for our mermaid stretch. Inhale to lift and exhale to lean to the left. Exhale as you slowly release your fingertips back down to the mat and we open back out to our Discontinue. We go 1 more time on each side. So when you're ready, lift the hips, press them forwards. Exhale to lower the hips and close the legs coming over to the left hip. Inhale to reach your left hand up and exhale to lean over to the right. Inhale. And exhale to release your fingertips down to the mat. Back to your Baddha Konasana. Inhale to lift the hips, lift the gaze. Exhale to lower the hips and come over to your right hip. Inhale to lift the right hand. And exhale to lean over to the left. Inhale. And exhale to slowly release, coming back through to center. Coming over to the back onto the left hip and come to all fours on the mat. Tabletop position. Take your knees as wide as your yoga mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Send the hips back, coming into our child's pose here. Reach the fingertips forward. Forehead comes to the mat. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Lift the forehead and lean your torso over to the right. So we're going to draw big circles with the torso. So coming all the way forwards, taking the gaze to the top of the mat. And we lean over to the left-hand side, drawing a big circle with our torso. Back to our child's pose. Going to the left this time, coming all the way forwards, drawing a big circle over the top. And as you exhale, hips come back to your child's pose. Really slow and intentional movement here. Inhale to the right, leaning all the way forwards. And exhale to the left-hand side, coming back to your child's pose. Again to the left-hand side, big breath in. Do 2 more on your own, with your own breath. Last one to the left now. Nice. Slowly coming forwards to lay on your belly. Keep your feet wide on your yoga mat. Hands coming underneath the shoulders. Press your fingertips into the mat and lift up for baby cobra. We're going to hold in our baby cobra. Pause here, take a deep breath in. Maybe we slowly lift the hands off the mat, float the fingertips, using our core strength and our lower back to keep a lift in our cobra pose. Exhale to slowly lower forehead to the mat. Use your hands to press yourself back up to tabletop position. Curl the toes under, walk the hands forward and lift your hips up and back to your downward facing dog. Coming into our downward facing dog. Take your dog for a walk as usual. You can bump the hips from side to side. You can press one heel down and then the other. Coming back to your breath. Pressing the chest down towards the thighs, relaxing the back of the neck. Take 2 more deep breaths in here. Press your left heel down into the earth and slowly lift the right leg for 3-legged dog. Lift the right heel, bend your right knee and open your hip, stacking right hip over the left. Take a deep breath in as you lift that knee. Exhale, we're going to swing that right knee forwards and squeeze it in, knee to nose. And then step the right foot forwards in between your hands. Jump the back foot in so that there's a smaller gap between your feet, both feet facing towards the top of the mat. Pyramid pose. Keep your fingertips on the mat and find a halfway lift, so a nice flat back. Pull the right hip crease back and take a nice deep breath in. Exhale to fold, forehead down, crown of the head towards the earth. Stay here for a breath. You can keep a generous bend in that right knee and you can place blocks underneath your hands to bring the ground up to you. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Sigh it out. Keep the left hand, left fingertips on the mat. And we're going to slowly revolve to the right hand side. Right hand lifts for our revolved pyramid. Reach the right hand all the way up to the sky. You can take your gaze up towards your right hand. Inhale here. Exhale. From here, we're going to come all the way upright. So keeping that right hand, leading with the right hand, we're going to slowly lift the torso, pressing both feet into the ground, all the way upright. Take your gaze towards your right hand. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly release, coming to turn the torso to face the top of the mat. Both hands lift. As you breathe out, we're going to turn to the left-hand side of the mat and open out into our warrior two. So you might want to extend the distance between your feet, bend into that right knee stacked over right ankle. Extend your arms out from side to side for your warrior two. Gaze past your right fingertips. Find your drishti. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your shoulders. Inhale to straighten the right knee. Both hands lift. Clap your hands together. Exhale back to your warrior two. Inhale to lift. Exhale, warrior two. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Last one. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lean back. Reverse triangle. Inhale here. Exhale to bend back into that right knee. Spiral the torso back to the front of the mat. Pivot on the back foot. Left hand comes down to the mat. We twist, open out to the right hand lifts. Option to drop the back knee down or keep it lifted. Inhale. Exhale, right fingertips come down to the mat. Take your right hand to the inside of your right foot and shuffle the right foot so that your toes are hanging off the edge of the mat. Lower the back knee down. Lizard lunge. You can place blocks underneath your hands here. You can keep your hands on the mat like this. Option to come down to the elbows if you'd like a deeper stretch. I'm going to pause here for 3 breaths. Slowly coming back up to your lunge. Lift the back knee and step the right foot back to your plank pose or your half plank. Deep breath in. Exhale to lower to the belly. Inhale to lift up to your baby cobra. Option to float the hands off the mat. Exhale to lower everything down. Pressing back to your downward facing dog when you're ready. Lift the hips up and back. Inhale when you get to your dog. Open the mouth. Sigh out. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Press your right heel into the earth and lift the left leg. 3-legged dog on the left side. Bend the left knee and open the hip, stacking your left hip over your right. Inhale deeply. Exhale to bring the left knee into knee to nose. Stepping the left foot forwards and jump the right foot in, coming back into our pyramid pose. Keep the fingertips on the ground and find your halfway lift. Nice flat back. Deep breath in. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale here. Exhale. Pull that left hip crease back. Options here are to keep a generous bend in that left knee. And you can place blocks underneath your hands if you need to bring the ground up to you. Place the left hand on the mat and we open out to the left this time. Left hand lifts for our revolved pyramid pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Leading with the left hand this time, we lift the torso all the way up, really pressing into both feet here. Find your balance and take your gaze to your left hand if that feels good. Inhale. Exhale. Turning to face the front of the mat, both hands lift, reach all the way up and overhead. Exhale to open out to the right this time for our warrior two. Step the right foot further back, extend the distance between your feet, bending into that left knee. Left knee stacked over left ankle. Both arms reach out from side to side. Deep breath in. Exhale to relax your shoulders down. Inhale to straighten the left knee. Clap your hands together up and overhead. Exhale back to your warrior two. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Warrior two. Two more with your own breath. Pause here, lean back, reverse triangle. Inhale. Exhale to bend back into that left knee, turning to face the mat. Right hand comes down, opening out to the left. Revolved lunge. Lift the left hand, take your gaze up. Exhale, fingertips float back down to the mat. They come to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot to the edge of the left side of your mat. Toes are hanging off the edge of the mat. Lower the back knee down into your lizard lunge on the left side. You can keep your hands on the mat here, sending the hips forward and down. Keep a nice lift in the chest. Options are from here. You can place blocks underneath your hands, or you can come down to your elbows to deepen the stretch. We shall be here for 3 breaths, 3 deep breaths. If you're on your elbows, press back up to your hands. Pick up the back knee and step the left foot back to your plank pose or half plank. Inhale. Exhale to lower to the belly. Hands come underneath the shoulders, lift up, baby cobra. Again, option to float the hands off the mat. Exhale to lower everything down. Press back up to tabletop position. Swing your legs to one side and come to have a seat facing the top of the mat. Extend your left leg out and bring the right knee in, foot flat on the mat. Inhale to lift up through the spine, and exhale, slowly lift the right foot off the mat, really squeezing that knee in towards your chest. Inhale. Exhale to take your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Lift the sole of the right foot to face forwards. Release the right hand and place it down on the mat behind your hip. From here, if this feels good, you can stay here. You can work on lifting the knee, lifting the foot. Or if you want to take it further, you can extend the right leg and lift the right hand. Take the gaze to your right hand. Revolved hand to toe pose. We're going to pause here for 3 breaths. Slowly release the left hand. Keep the right foot lifted and grab the ankle with both hands. Lift up through the chest. Flex your right foot towards your face. Exhale, slowly lower. Right leg extends. Bring the left foot in, and we do the same on the other side. So both hands on your left knee and lift up through the chest, and slowly lift the left foot. From here, you can take your right hand to the outside of your left foot and lift the sole so that your knee is at a right angle here. Option to place your left fingertips down on the mat behind you. And then slowly we can work to extend the left leg, maybe lift the left hand off the mat, and maybe take the gaze to the left hand for our revolved hand to toe pose. Pausing here for 3 breaths, wherever you are in the pose. Slowly release. Grab your ankle of the left foot with both hands and lift up, flexing the left toes towards the face. Exhale to slowly lower. Bring both knees in, soles of the feet together, and come to lay on your back for your Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the heels in towards your body and let the knees fall out side to side here. Rest your hands on your body or down by your side. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. And pause here for 5 breaths. Very slowly, use your hands to close your knees and take your feet as wide as your yoga mat, allowing the knees to fall into touch. Tuck the lower back under so that your back is flush to the mat. And rest your hands again wherever is comfortable. Maybe that's on your belly, down by your sides, or maybe reach your hands up and overhead if that feels good. Option 2, stay in this pose or shavasana for as long as you need. Let's pause here together for another 5 breaths. Those of you who wish to stay in your shavasana can stay. Those of you who are ready to close their practice, start to invite some movement. Maybe start to wiggle the fingertips, find some circles in the wrists and the ankles. Extend the legs out long and reach your hands up and overhead. Take a full body stretch. And then pull the knees in towards your chest and rock gently from side to side. Coming onto one side and pressing yourself up to a seat. Take your time. Crossing at the ankles, coming into a seat. You can keep your eyes closed if you like. Let's finish here with one more final breath in together. When you're ready, deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Open your eyes if they were closed. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today for this full body yoga flow. I really hope you enjoyed it and it sets you up for a great day. If you enjoyed the class, don't forget to like the video, leave me a little comment and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see you for next class and as always, have a wonderful day.